Hey y'all, I'm Danny, and this is Heard. Hello, how are you guys? I'm back again with my wonderful, wonderful producer, engineer, J-Rob on the truck. How are you?
I'm good.
I am not Jasmine, I am Aladdin.
Oh, now you claim it. Go ahead, man. I thought it was offensive before you.
I am not Jasmine, I am Aladdin. Like my turban, guys? I want to get into turbans more. I think they're really cool for women. But anywho, yes, guys, welcome back. I have just, life has been lifing for me. I got this daggone leather jacket buttoned up because I have like this low cut shirt on and my cleavage is going to be out and I just don't want to be flagged. I want to make sure I follow all terms of service, terms and conditions, all the rules on every platform that this is posted on. Yeah. Again, I am your host, Danny, and you are watching or listening to the podcast called Heard, HER''D, and we are available on all podcast streaming platforms. We're available on YouTube. That's HER''D, the podcast. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. We just hit 1,000 followers last week, and I'm listen.
Hey. Finally, congratulations.
Finally, yes. Keep on going, okay. And you know we're on TikTok. That's at Heard Pod on TikTok. HERDPOD. Make sure you guys go and like and like and comment and share and tell your friends and follow and all that stuff. Like randomly, remember that one episode where I was talking about how like, oh, it's SZA, Janae, and all them, are they hip hop or R&B, whatever. Right. And like before I talked about that, I had like briefly mentioned Ariana Grande and how I feel like Ariana Grande is more of like an R&B artist, but they categorize her as pop, as like a white woman.
She R&B for sure.
She is, but as a white woman, they put her in the pop category. Right. I remember I said a little bit of that briefly right before I got into the whole thing, and I put that as a clip on TikTok, and it's at 27,000 views. So people are liking that, randomly as fuck. That was just random. It was literally I almost didn't even include that in the clip. I almost just went straight to the SZA thing, but I'm like, let me put this in the clip or whatever, and I put it in the clip because in the comments they're mostly commenting. They're commenting on what we were talking about, but they're mostly commenting on like whether Ariana Grande is R&B or not, and they're like defending. They're defending that she is indeed R&B. Right. But anywho, let me just make sure. I hope I don't look weird with this jacket buttoned up all the way on camera. I just really have to button it up because I realized as I already got here, I'm like, oh my titties are really out. It's like it looks different when you're like standing up in the mirror and like, okay, this is my full outfit, whatever. But like you're not going to see my full outfit on camera. Like I'm sitting down, and then like when I'm sitting down, everything is like pouched out more. You know what I mean? So it's just a lot. It's just a lot, and I don't think you guys can handle it. Okay. Yes.
Hey,
life has been lifing, but on a good note.
Yes.
I've been helping out Darius's band 7's 8. Have you peeped?
I've seen it.
You peeped me. You think you thought it was me? You knew it was me that was helping out behind the scenes?
I saw it.
How you know?
Because you was posting the music. You was posting the music.
So you knew. So you like she got something to do with this?
Of course.
You thought that?
Yes.
You didn't think it was genuine?
No, I thought it was genuine, but I know what's going on. I know marketing and all that. So I'm like, oh, okay.
Right? It's like, so I'm excited for that.
We appreciate you.
I may play a snippet of their song towards the end of the episode. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm waiting for them to get their DSPs together because I designed some album artwork versions for them. And I don't want to post anything until like I have like I would need some links. I want some links to post. Right. Because the only link I have to post is the TikTok. So you need to hurry and get them DSPs together. So get them DSPs together, whatever. And we can start really posting and really doing some stuff. Mm-hmm. But anyhow, last night I had to I shouldn't even be eating McDonald's like that, but I was eating McDonald's, and I had ordered some cookies with my food. And I almost spent $10 at McDonald's, and what made it almost $10 was the cookies. And I got the stuff. I'm leaving. I'm driving down the highway, and I'm looking because I'm eating while I'm driving. I'm looking. I'm like, oh hell no, my cookies ain't, because that's the cookies made the meal $9.40 something, $9.40.
What you order?
I ordered just like the meal deal, the $6 meal deal, the McDouble, the nuggets, the fries. Okay. Like the broke bitch meal. So the McDouble, the nuggets, the fries, and I added some cookies on there. See, it would have only been $6, but I added the cookies on it and it bumped it up to $9.30 something, $9.38 or some shit like that. Mm-hmm. Almost $10. Mm-hmm. And I'm driving. I'm halfway home in Baltimore. I'm halfway home, and I'm like, I'm not eating my food. Now it's time for the cookies, and I'm like, oh hell no! So I'll get the receipt. I call the number on the receipt because I almost was about to be lazy and be like, hey, look, can I just go to the nearest McDonald's by my house and just get the cookies, or I got to go right back up to y'all's or whatever. That's what I was gonna ask them if they had answered the phone, but they didn't answer the phone. So I turned my ass right back around. I rerouted and drove 12 minutes back to that McDonald's, and I got my cookies because what the fuck. I don't want to be that person to do shit like that, but it's like I bought them and they're mine, and I almost the meal was almost $10, and what made it almost $10 were the cookies.
Yeah,
because if I didn't order the cookies, it only would have been $6, but it wasn't. It was almost $10. So we're driving back.
Kudos to you, man.
I'm driving back. Like am I being extra right now for doing this? I'm like, is this extra? But I did. It's my stuff because I almost felt guilty for doing that. Am I being extra? Three chocolate chip cookies, and I'm always make sure when I order the cookies, I said, hey guys, make sure my cookies are warm. Make sure they're nice and warm and soft. Don't give me no old ass bullshit. And if they are old, knock some heat on it real quick. Make sure my shit is nice, warm, and soft. My first job was McDonald's. So I know what they're capable of in the back.
Right, for sure.
So just knock some heat on. Put it in the microwave for about 5 seconds. Knock some heat on it real quick. Revive it and give it to me. Like don't give me no hard, no semi soft cookies. Like they supposed to be. If I'm ordering soft cookies, they should not be crunchy. Make sure they're warm, because that's the best thing about McDonald's is the damn cookies for real, in my opinion. Because the ice cream machine always goddamn broke. And I never order ice cream from McDonald's. Well, I was never a McFlurry girl. Like I think at one point I was like at one point when I was working in high school, that was my first job in high school, McDonald's. They were heavy into the strawberry smoothies.
Yeah, those.
And then remember the strawberry lemonade where they would we would pour the strawberry syrup in the cup first, and then we would pour the frozen lemonade slushy in it, and it would be like a little bit of a swirl. Mm-hmm. Those were the shit too. And I was a master at making the frappes. Like I was like, it was so cute. Like I would like take the cup and I would like do the drizzle in the cup, the designs in the drizzle. And then I pour it. It would be real cute. It would be real cute when I would do it. I used to love working at McDonald's actually. Because that was like my first real job, and like I had my own money, and and they let us do overtime a lot, and just like like $500 or like $400 was a lot for someone that was like 17, 16. You know what I'm saying? So
for real, McDonald's definitely they gave a lot of people opportunities for sure.
Yeah. But anywho, I circled back and got my cookies because like, what the fuck?
4 minutes of cookies.
But I felt like you said what?
4 minutes of cookies.
Right? Shit, I paid for it. The fuck? I paid for it. Anywho, so rest in peace to D'Angelo.
Yes,
rest in peace to D'Angelo. Hand clap for his legacy. I'm gonna do a round of applause for his legacy.
Fact. Remember which one it was?
Huh?
You remember the clap?
I clicked it just now. I did twice.
I didn't see it.
Yes. So rest in peace to D'Angelo. He recently passed away from pancreatic cancer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cancer is a bitch, I tell you. Cancer is a bitch. My grandfather passed away from stomach cancer. Mm-hmm. That is just, and then my grandmother, she fought cancer twice. Like maybe like 10 years ago, she had breast cancer. No, she had colon cancer first. No, she had breast cancer first. Then she had colon cancer. They caught it. They got her. They she got the surgery or whatever.
Right.
If she had that issue now, she probably would opt out of surgery because like my grandfather did. Like he had the option of going through surgery, and he didn't want to go through all of that because they old. They like 80, 86 years old, 85 years old. It's a lot. That's a lot of stuff.
It's a lot. Yeah.
So just prayers to his family, or I don't want to say prayers because like when people say prayers out, like you're not really praying for them, but I pray to God right now, like please, Lord, be with his surviving children and help them and guide them. I know that Angie Stone passed away this year as well, and they have one son together, I believe. Yeah. So their son lost both of their parents in the same year, so that's a lot. Yes, so. Yes, so rest in peace once again to D'Angelo. I love how they, reminisce on his legacy, and they pull up like old clips from the late 90s, and
Facts.
you know how Beyonce and Aaliyah were hosting the MTV VMAs red carpet pre-show and talking about D'Angelo, and D'Angelo came up and talked to, you know, Beyonce and Aaliyah had the biggest crush on D'Angelo, and you know they showed clips of Aaliyah talking about how she had a crush on D'Angelo, and like just like his legacy being documented. It's always nice to see. I mean, you know, it's not nice to, you know, hear about them passing away from a tragic illness, but it's always nice to know that like we have these black heroes, these black musicians, these black icons that we can, like, you know, reference. You know, a lot of musicians still reference D'Angelo today. People are influenced by D'Angelo and Angie Stone today. Right. Still. So it is nice to, you know, have, you know, black legacy that we can, you know, recall, that we can all recall, you know, past events or songs or how they made us feel, or, you know, all those things. We love black icons being able to provide references for us, and, you know. But yes, so anywho, on to the show. It's called Heard on the Curb, where we talk about pop culture topics. We'll be mentioning D'Angelo again at some point in this list of things. I've been gone for a while, so I try to compile a list as much as I can. I've been gone. I had to go to my grandfather's funeral, and I had to do life, and there's a lot going on. I ain't been here in a minute. We missed a lot of stuff, but it's cool. Let's see what happened when we met. Were we here when Nicki Minaj and Cardi B were arguing and bringing the kids into it? I don't think I talked about that. That was a lot.
Man, they argue,
that was just a lot too. That was a lot. But anywho, let's start the hot tops, the Heard on the Curb, the pop culture topics on a good note. We only have one good note, but we're going to start with that good note. Solange, my fave. And I'm sure she was inspired by D'Angelo, like her and Tyla and Steve Lacy and all her musician friends. Definitely, yeah, we're gonna talk about that. Definitely inspired by D'Angelo. But Solange is my fave. Like, I'm inspired by Solange, even though I'm not a musician. I've always admired her individuality, her style, her ear, her eye, just everything. Like I've like thoroughly enjoyed Solange projects. Like I saw her live once, and this was like she headlined Broccoli Fest back in like 2016.
Oh yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah, it was 2016. She headlined. This was when The Seat at the Table was out. She headlined Broccoli Fest, and that was the only time I saw her live, and like. She doesn't really do a lot of like American dates. Like she would do like a lot of like overseas stuff, like London stuff, and I think she did do Camp Flog Gnaw for Tyler a few years ago, around the time her latest album was out, When I Get Home. She did do like that festival run, but she never really did too much of the she never really did a tour. Facts. Like an American tour. Right. I don't know. But anywho, we're bringing up Solange because Solange, according to Complex, let's read it like this. According to Complex, reported by Complex, via Complex rather, Solange has been appointed as the first ever scholar in residence at USC's Thornton School of Music. Applause again. It says, over the next 3 years, she'll teach a music curation course through her creative institution, St. Huron, host workshops like the making of El Dorado Ballroom. She scored ballets and she did a lot of art exhibitions. She did a lot of side missions aside from releasing music. She did a lot of side things, scoring ballets, exhibitions, visual art, architecture, or interior design. Like she did a lot of things over the past few years, and this is really cool that she's USC appointed her to be a professor basically. But it says her curriculum will, curate a music curation course through the Creative Institution of St. Huron, host workshops like Making of El Dorado Ballroom, and guide students through the art of building musical worlds, basically helping with your rollout, it says, as a quote, for decades now, I've watched the evolution of music and music curation, and I feel like I have something adequate to add to the conversation. I feel really inspired by the idea of my 15-year-old self being able to have someone walk me through the footsteps of what I was about to embark on, Solange told LA Times. Being able to help students navigate that is like a dream job. The music curation course will launch in fall 2027 and will explore the process of constructing curatorial frameworks alongside the. I have to do one. So when I read like words like that, I have to do like this with my hand to help me like get through it. So here we go. I'm gonna start over again because I can read. Okay, don't play me. The music curation course will launch in fall 2027 and will explore the process of constructing curatorial frameworks alongside the context, craft, and creation of musical landscapes, according to USC. It will be tentatively titled Records of Discover, Methodologies for Music and Cultural Curatorial Practices. That is the title of her class, and she posted pictures of her going over her syllabus and all that stuff. Like this is so cool. This is so freaking cool. This is so freaking cool. Like, oh my gosh, I wish I was back in school again. I wouldn't be able to take the course because I'm not a music major, but I would just love, like, oh my God, I go to school and Solange taught here. Like, you know what I'm saying? I would walk past the music building and, I would go to the workshops, or like I would go whenever the students would have like a showcase or whatever with what they got going on, I'll go, and just all these things. They're going to have a blast at USC knowing that Solange is there. But USC's art it's in California, and I'm sure they're used to celeb kids go to USC. Facts. So they're used to that. They're used to celebrities, all that stuff. I think didn't Felicia Rashad teach like a class at Howard at one point?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's really cool. Like, Solange is someone that is very hands-on with her work, visual, sonically, all that stuff. So this is definitely up her alley. This is definitely up her alley, and I love that for her. She's very, she just by watching her and following her work, she's a self-starter, which I love about people. I love when people are self-starters in regards to her wanting to learn things and just learning it and then mastering it. Right. Whether it's composing music, whether it's scoring for ballets and stuff, whether it's visual art. For museums or just all that stuff. So this is really cool. I do hope though that, because we know that Act 3 is going to be, well, the rumor is that Act 3 is going to be like rock/jazz, Beyonce's Act 3. So I know she's going to be busy being a teacher in 2027, but I hope that she just like pops out on stage, because I know, like, because Act 3 feels like Beyonce's like final act before she's like, okay guys, let me just it's time for me to just like be a mom. I need to step back from, because we all feel like Act 3 is Beyonce's final act. But I just hope that this last tour will, like, Solange will pop out and do some stuff, because like Solange is very jazz inspired. She lived in New Orleans for like years. So it's like, well, to my understanding, she lived in New Orleans for like a few years. I don't know if she still lives there, but she was present in New Orleans, in the New Orleans culture. And like, Seat at the Table is very horns and Seat at the Table, very horns and sax, and just she had Master P do some interludes on her Seat at the Table album. Like, she's definitely into that culture of jazz and all that stuff. So I hope that she pops out on the Act 3 tour and does a couple of her songs. Like, I really do hope that, and like, her jazz infused songs, or even like some rock infused somehow, just, I guess they can just, score it in a way where, they can just like produce it in a way where it's going to be a cool live experience. But I really do hope that she comes, like, she pops out on Act 3 and does her music to perform some songs, and like, maybe they be on stage with her sister and they can perform, a song together or something like that. It would be really cool. I really hope that Solange pops out on Act 3. I really do. I'm manifesting that.
Manifestation.
Okay, because I'll be there. Because Act 3, I'm not missing. I missed Cowboy Carter because I didn't have the funds ready, and I wasn't about to risk eviction going to Cowboy Carter 2. I wasn't gonna do that. But Act 3, I refuse to miss that. I'm not missing Act 3. I will be present for Act 3 tour. I will be. Okay. Hey. Anywho, moving along. Brandy and Monica, another legends. Some more legends. I have tickets to go see Brandy and Monica next month. November 20th in DC. No, sorry, no. I lied. November 20th, I'm going to see Gunna in DC at the Anthem. I have Gunna tickets, but I also have tickets to go see Brandy and Monica in DC for November 30th. So I have 2 concerts to go to in the month of November. Gunna and then Brandy and Monica. So I'm still finding outfits for both of those concerts. But recently, Brandy had a mishap on stage. She had to walk off mid-concert. She released a statement saying that it was dehydration and all that stuff. And people are there's mixed reviews about people like believing it or not believing it. And there have been like some sound issues on the tour, and because there's been a few dates now. They started recently. The tour started recently. So there's been a few little mishaps there, like with sound and all that stuff. It's a very technical tour, and and understandably, they have to like I said, one thing I don't care about is if you have to lip sync, then do it. Go off, lip sync, do your thing. And I'm not claiming that Brandy lip syncs throughout her whole performance, but if you're on tour, you have to preserve your voice. So it's understandable. But the tour is even with Monica, the tour is very technical when it comes to choreography, when it comes to sound, when it comes to lip syncing and not lip syncing, and open mic and closed mic and all that, just all that stuff. She said that she released a statement saying that it was dehydration, and her crew advised her not to go back on stage because when she left, Monica came out and did a couple of her own songs, and then the concert just ended. They didn't even get to The Boy Is Mine. They didn't properly close the show. Mm-hmm. The concert was like halfway through. It wasn't even a finished concert. This was in Chicago, so people were fucking pissed. Oh yeah. Pissed. I would have been pissed too. I would have been livid. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Because these concert tickets are not cheap nowadays. These concert tickets are not cheap nowadays, and everyone is so serious about their outfit, and it's TikTok and Instagram, so you have to. It's like a whole rollout when it comes to content, when it comes to your with your outfit and going to these damn concerts. So it's very stressful spending the money and then going for the look and then going and then just like getting home safely and just all that stuff. Taking off of work if it's a weekday and just making sure your kids got babysitters. Like it's a lot going on. So I know people were pissed for plenty of a plethora of reasons in Chicago. So hopefully, there's been other dates that have gone by, and it seems like it's been successful. I know that Monica recently said that she has she's going through a vocal issue as well. So the tour is very technical. So I'm sure that they have pre-recorded vocals and all that stuff, and it's just very understandable. So hopefully, like I said with Chris Brown when he got arrested in London, and I had my Chris Brown tickets or whatever. I hope by November 30th, all the kinks are straightened out. I hope all the kinks are straightened out, and we have a nice smooth show. Come DC. You got a whole month before they come to DC. So hopefully them kinks are straightened out. Okay, hopefully them kinks got a silk press that day for November 30th in DC. Okay, all right now. Oh, I went to Chris Brown concert. It was great. It was awesome. Yeah, it was great.
Breezy Bowl.
Yes, that was the first time I ever been to the Nat Stadium, by the way.
Oh, for real?
Never been there before, ever, for
Great
nothing.
Great stadium.
Oh, no, I lied. I went to a baseball game one time, maybe back in 2017 or some shit. One time. But I never went for a concert. So the concert was great. It was great. Chris Brown was great. Yes. Chris Brown was really good. Bryson Tiller was good too. I forgot he had so many damn hits. Yeah, me and my friends were pissed though because Summer Walker didn't have that date anymore because they changed the dates and stuff. Because originally we were supposed to go see Summer Walker with Chris Brown, but they changed the dates or whatever, and we had to get Jhené Aiko. I enjoyed Jhené Aiko. That was the first time. She's fire. But my other friends, they had already went to her concert. I think last year because she did a tour last year. Right. So they already went to her concert. No, they wanted to see Summer. I've seen Summer one time at Broccoli Fest a few years ago. She was pretty good live. She has a really nice voice live. She can sing live. But yeah, Bryson Tiller, I forgot that he had so many freaking hit songs. But that Chris Brown tour started promptly at 7 p.m. on the dot. On 7 p.m. on the dot, Bryson was there. Boom, Bryson. off stage.
They
DJ said, boom, Janae Aiko. Okay, cool. And then at sharp was Chris Brown, sharp on the dot.
Yeah. He know.
Bryson, it's so funny because like I remember he was on a podcast saying that, you know, he would give up being an artist if he could just be a writer. And like he said, if Chris Brown or Drake ever just wanted me to be their writer, I would quit being an artist and just be a writer. Because, and that checks out because it's like, he walked on stage like it felt like he just got out his hotel room and just walked on stage, did his songs and walked off because he looked clean and good. Like he had on some you know that LA baggy LA khaki pants with high waters with the chucks, and he had like a sleeveless white a graphic t-shirt with his snapback on, his shades, and it was just it was no like stage prop. It was just him on stage and some dark red lights that flashed in and out, whatever, and that was it. Like it felt like he walked from his hotel room on stage, and then boom, and after he was on his songs, he was out. He was like, all right, y'all. All right, appreciate you, and like whatever, he was out. But he has the catalog to do that. Like, you know, we all know that Bryson Tiller's that calm, chill, like introverted, you know, R&B, you know. So we didn't accept like a lights camera action with him anyway. So, but he has hits. His hits carry him. So he don't need no bells and whistles for nothing any fucking way. So, but yeah, once again, guys, you know, Brandy and Monica are legends, and I know people have been waiting 25 plus years for them to like squash the beef and go on tour together. Like we're finally getting a Boys Mind like tour. We're finally getting the Boys Mind experience outside of the video. So, you know, I'm glad that these women are happy and healthy, and they have the legacy. They have such a legacy, and they can come together and like, you know, give us this experience. So it's wonderful to see. I remember when the Boys Mind came out when I was a kid. Like you know, I was just like, you know, and I was into Brandy, you know, I was watching Moesha when I wasn't really old enough to do. I was still watching Moesha when I wasn't supposed to. I was still watching it, and you know, she was Cinderella, and you know, so I'm really happy to be my grown 30-something-year-old age. Like, oh my God, I'm about to go see Brandy and Monica on tour. Yep, like it's an honor. Nostalgia. Like I said, make sure y'all are silk pressed by November 30th for DC. That's all I got to say. I saw clips of Kelly Rowland with her bob. I love Kelly Rowland with short hair. I saw some really nice clips of her on stage as well. So I'm excited to see Kelly Rowland because I've never seen Kelly Rowland solo live. I don't think I've ever seen like Destiny's Child live ever. Not all three of them on stage live. Never seen Beyonce. Never seen Kelly, but I've never seen Michelle either. But yeah, I've never seen Destiny's Child live ever. So hopefully I get to do that maybe one day. I'll get lucky enough to randomly see Destiny's Child on stage live one day. I don't know, but yeah, the clips I saw Kelly, she's been doing really good. She's been doing really good. So I'm excited for that. I thought that she would have had like a new song out by now before the tour started, but I guess she doesn't need a new song. She has her catalog. I wonder if she's gonna put out new music though. But you can tell though she looks great on stage, but you can tell like, you know, she's a little rusty, but she's getting it back. She's getting it back. So I'm excited to see Kelly. I wonder what their outfits are going to be by the time they come to DC in November. At the end of it, because I know when it comes to tours, they have like their outfits or whatever, and they end up changing the outfits like maybe mid tour. They'll go into another set of like wardrobe or whatever. So we'll see. Anywho, yes. So. Next. Let me get a sip of my goddamn.
Hey.
All right.
You need water. But go ahead.
I drink a lot of water at home. I need energy.
That ain't gonna help.
It is.
It is.
Anywho. We're almost there, guys. Just walk with me. All right, guys. Wendy and Eddie from the Real Housewives of Potomac. Remember when I said there was like that Stefan Diggs drama, like that Stefan and Chris Griffith drama, whatever? They're from like, you know, I was like, oh, it's so like cool. It's that cool, but it's like it's new to like people that are from up the Beltway. It's some drama with people. It's not always Hollywood or New York or whatever the fuck. It's We got some niggas from up the Beltway. We know what high school they went to. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they got some drama in the pop culture. Now, Wendy and Eddie from Real Housewives of Potomac, they made the docket today. So, child, Wendy and Eddie Osefo from Real Housewives of Potomac. Wendy used to teach at Johns Hopkins. She has 4 degrees. I think Eddie might be an attorney of some sort, or I think he might be an attorney. I'm not sure. I don't think he's a lawyer. I think he's an attorney, but I'm not sure. I didn't really look into it, and I don't feel like it. So we're going to stop right there. Anywho, so they made the news recently because they apparently committed or allegedly committed fraud. So we're going to go to the post right now. Alrighty, this was a couple weeks ago. This is while I was out, so we're gonna get this. So the headline on the Neighborhood Talk says, Dr. Wendy Osefo and husband Eddie were arrested due to an alleged $450,000 insurance fraud scam. Couple alleged their home was burglarized, but investigators claim Wendy was still wearing the stolen jewelry after the report. So the caption says, it says, Wendy Osefo and her husband Eddie were locked the hell up in Maryland, and it looks like police may have a good reason. This is according to Neighborhood Talk. Or according to TMZ, the entire thing stemmed from the couple reporting a burglary back in April of last year. In that police report, they claimed some luxury items were missing, including a diamond ring, purses, etc. It says investigation discovered that some of the items that were quote unquote stolen were actually still in the couple's possession. The diamond ring, the investigators found it on her finger. Okay, they claim she was wearing it in a social media post. The bags, the purses that they claim, the investigators say that they returned them to the stores before the alleged burglary even took place. So they're saying that Wendy and Eddie claimed that jewelry and purses were stolen. They're saying that they saw Wendy wear the ring in one of her Instagram posts. So that's out of there. Then crazy. They said that the purses that they claimed that were stolen, they said that Wendy herself returned the purses to the store. This was before it was reported stolen. She returned it to the store, so she didn't have these things in her possession when she reported it stolen. It says that the couple claimed a $450,000 personal property loss to an insurance company. As previously reported, Wendy is facing 16 total charges, including 7 felonies. She's accused of providing false or misleading information involving fraud exceeding $300. I guess it's considered whatever this is, whatever fraudulent situation this is. It's over $300, so it's considered a fraud after when it exceeds that amount. Whatever. Okay. So there's that. Yes. So they allegedly have committed some sort of insurance fraud. Child, it's terrible. It's terrible. Literally on paper, both of these people on paper, Wendy and Eddie on paper, they're too smart for this. Like, Wendy, you have 4 degrees that say that you're too smart for this shit. I saw this last week or whenever it was posted. And I immediately went to so Eddie has a weed brand called Happy Eddie, so I'm a dispensary girl. I get my weed. I reward myself every week with a dispensary run. Okay, I never got a chance to, because I usually go to Cookies out in Fells Point, the Cookies dispensary out in Fells Point, and I go to so I have 3 of them. I go to Cure Leaf in Owings Mills by my house. I go to Store Health I think it's called Store Health in Towson. I go to Blair Wellness in Towson as well, and then I go to Cookies dispensary down in Fells Point in Baltimore. But Cookies and Cure Leaf are my 2 top ones I go to. Cookies is my first one. It's like my main one that I go to. But I never got a chance to get Happy Eddie. I don't know whenever I would go, I think it would either be sold out or something. I don't know. Because I remember when he first launched Happy Eddie, the weed brand that he has, he did a pop-up at Cookies in Fells Point, to my understanding, if I'm not mistaken. So he has his brand. So I know someone, I'm not going to say who it is because I don't want them to get clocked, because I don't want them to get clocked. But I know someone that that shot his promo campaign for his weed brand. So when this came out, I went right to the DMs. I said, "Did they pay you? Cause look at this shit. They paid y'all, right, for what y'all did, right? Cause look at this shit right here." And they said, "Yeah, they paid us." I'm like, okay, like, oh my god.
Crazy.
It is crazy. So, oh my gosh. Let me see. They said that Wendy posted on her Instagram page recently. I think this was 6 days ago, because this whole report happened like a couple weeks ago, and she posted last week with this wonderful outfit on, this very chic, like brunch type of elevated brunch, I don't know, this like black dress, very she looks very rich in this. It looks very much like she don't have to commit fraud. It says, her caption says, "And through it all, God remains faithful. Thank you for the outpouring of love, support, and prayers for myself, and most importantly, my family during this time. We are forever grateful. Tune in to Bravo tonight for a new episode of Real Housewives of Potomac." She looked good in the post. And then her husband, of course, Eddie, posted but his post was with the family. It wasn't him stunting with his outfit on. It was him with his family, his wife and his kids. And he says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight." Proverbs 3:5-6. Okay. Hopefully they're not guilty, because if you're bringing God into this, that is shameful. Shameful of you.
They always bring God.
Right? Even if they're guilty, that is the audacity of you. Like, for you to bring in God, he should punish you if you bring him in. If you bring him in it now after you did some fucked up shit, you should have been with God from day one, from the get go. Why are you committing all this fraud like that? You know you on TV, and you know if you get caught, you all gonna know about it. Damn it.
Crazy.
But anyway, he posted that because it's a whole thing going on. So it's like they still have to carry on with their business while, I guess, the courts sort it out and decide who gets sentenced what and who's going to go or whatever. They're saying, I heard people talk about how if they do get convicted, or if they do have to serve, they do think that they may like serve separately. Like, one goes in, does time, then the other one goes in, does time, so they won't be away from their kids, because they have 3 children together. But on the bright side, Eddie's still working. He is doing 2 pop-ups in Maryland for his weed brand. So I missed the one that he did in Pikesville. That was yesterday, October 24th, but he is going to be in Silver Spring October 30th, from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And they said that they're giving away Happy Eddie goodies, so I will probably be in attendance for the Silver Spring date.
You will.
Let me see what day is the 30th? Is that a Thursday? Freak. I work that day though, so maybe should I like leave for a couple hours and then go? I work this a Thursday, maybe I can like step away from the desk and like go to Silver Spring real quick, and then, because Silver Spring from Baltimore is like, it's not that far if it's not traffic.
Yeah, if it's not traffic, yeah.
It's like 30
You gotta
minutes.
leave early or something.
Because it says 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. I want to go. It says a giveaway. It says we'll be giving away all types of goodies. Pick up your favorite Happy Eddie, Zen Wind, Velvet Slippers, Nutty. Oh my God, it's edibles. Yeah, I have to go. I have to go. If y'all in Maryland, Happy Eddie will be because I think his brand is under Curio. I'm not sure. Whatever. Happy Eddie's doing a giveaway in Silver Spring, y'all, October 30th, from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's called Story. You ever heard of Story in Silver Spring?
I heard of that.
What is that? That's a dispensary?
No, I never heard a story. I was thinking about something else.
The club?
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
I don't know. Whatever. So let me look. Let me look it up now. I got my phone right here. Child. That's a mess. Fraud is crazy. Like on the federal level is like nasty, or you got to be careful with that shit. Federal fraud is wild.
Super wild.
Okay. They have see, I don't be in Silver Spring like this. So they have it's called Story Cannabis Dispensary out in Silver Spring. It's over there in Glenmont. Oh, I didn't know they had a dispensary. It must be new. Okay, bet he about to do a pop up on Georgia Avenue, in Silver Spring. In Silver Spring, October 30th. So yeah, I might have to go to that. I might have to. I'll step out. I'll take a long lunch. Fuck it. I'm gonna do it. Will he be there? Yeah, it says join me. He'll be there. If I ever meet him, I'm not gonna say nothing dumb. I'll probably be like, so and so, I know so and so who did your campaign promo, by the way, or some shit like that. I don't know, but I won't like say nothing dumb. You said what?
That's better than just coming straight out with that.
I'm sure when it comes to these things and you're a public figure, I'm sure you'll learn to laugh at certain shit that's in the news at this point. Sure. Like, it's not like, it's fraud and it's fucked up, but it's not like you beat your wife or some shit, like something crazy, like you just committed a little bit of fraud, like, you know what I mean?
Just a little bit of fraud. Just a little bit of fraud. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Anywho, moving along. All right, guys. Okay. All right. So, okay, guys. So here's the thing, right? So we're going to get... What does it mean when people say we're getting into muddy waters here? What does that mean?
Get into the
some tough shit or something.
To the deep. Get into the deep.
I don't know if this is muddy waters a bit. I almost wanted to say that, but I didn't know if I was being dramatic or not. But we're getting into muddy waters here, guys. So, okay, guys. So, Keke Palmer, she has a her own production network on YouTube called KeyTV. And you know, she releases different forms of content, you know, whether it's you know, what's it called when it's like, okay, she releases her own original content on her KeyTV network that you can find on YouTube, and she also, you know, releases her own music on there as well. And you know, it's a big content hub. She has a network. She has just a big content hub, you know, that she has you know, on her own under her production KeyTV. And I really commend Keke Palmer for her drive and her determination and her creativity. Like, she really wants to be a mogul, and she's on her way to being that, and she's taking that path. And just first of all, just her, Keke Palmer in general, I admire her legacy already. So just want to clap for that real quick. So her KeyTV, her podcast, all that, so everything she does, her acting, her singing, like she's like Keke Palmer and Teyana Taylor. I love what they represent and what they stand for. They wear many hats. They're also self-starters, and they're very resourceful. I love seeing people be resourceful, and be determined and driven, and I don't see a lazy thing about them at all, ever. They're both mothers. They're just both multi-talented. They're just amazing. But anyway, I bring up Keke Palmer because there's a new original series on her network called Southern Fried Rice that got a lot of backlash over this week when the trailer dropped, and then because the trailer dropped and then they released the first 2 episodes, and then there was a lot of backlash just from the trailer because Southern Fried Rice is a series about a Korean girl that grew up in a black household and that got accepted into an HBCU. Okay, so, ciao, because it's just like, oh my God, it's like, oh, Jesus. Okay, so it's like, oh God,
muddy waters.
It's like, because it's like, you know when certain things are just so loaded. And you can just say a lot, and you have to organize your thoughts and organize what you have to. It's just, you know, these things are just when certain things are loaded, it's overwhelming, and it's like, how do I even? Because it's like, it's not hard for me to express myself, but it's like, where do I start, and where would I end it off? Because I don't want to be long-winded with this. Okay.
Yes.
But no. So of course it got backlash. Of course, it got backlash from Twitter, Instagram, everywhere, all the platforms. It got backlash to a point where Keke Palmer had to come out and make a statement, and the writer of the show had to come out and make a statement. So here's the thing, right? And I'm gonna get into the things, but let me a second. So I had my own preconceived. I didn't type anything crazy, but I was mentally, I was with the people with the backlash. I'm like, what the hell is this? What is going on? An Asian girl at an HBCU because she got a black mama? Huh?
That's crazy.
What the hell? Why is she doing that? What the fuck? What? Huh? So I was like, you know what? Let me watch this for y'all.
Yeah, you got one.
Because I'm like, you know, I'm going to talk about this. Let me watch it for y'all. So before I got here, I watched it. I sat on my God and I watched it. I watched the whole thing, all 7 episodes on YouTube. Yep. Because the episodes were about like 15 minutes each. So I just sat and watched it. Like, I'm going to watch it for y'all. Okay. So I watched it. And there were definitely some cringy parts of it. I feel like there were cringy parts, and there were also, I think overall, I feel like the writing was, I don't know, the writing was very, I don't want to say lazy because if it's like I don't want to call because the writer, her name is Kia Stevens, I believe. I think the girl name is Kia Stevens. Hold on. Let me see the girl name. Nakia Stevens. So the writer of the series Southern Fried Chicken. Oh, sorry, Southern Fried Rice is Kia.
Southern Fried Chicken.
It's like, why would I? Anyway.
All right.
Southern Fried Rice is Kia Stevens, and Keke Palmer, basically produced or developed or facilitated the series or whatever. She invested in it and it's on her network. Whatever. Cool. Anyway, so I watched it. And like I said, I don't want to call it lazy because this girl, she's a black writer, and she wrote something and she was brave enough to put it out. She was like, she had the audacity and the braveness and she put it. I don't want to call her lazy. I will say, I feel like I'm not even a writer. I'm a consumer, and I already felt like just by watching it, I felt like it was just very, I don't know, amateur, pedestrian. I don't know, whatever. It was very cringy. And there were also a lot of like anti-black aspects if you really go into it. I watched this commentator. Her name is Blue Telusma. She's a professional and she's a scholar. She is a professor. She's a commentator. She's an intellectual. So I watch her a lot. When it comes to like YouTube University, I watch her. Like, she's part of my YouTube University. I watch her when it comes to like when I want to understand something, and she's good. Like, she's an entertaining intellectual. Like, she's entertaining, she's funny, but she's also super smart, and she's a scholar. So she definitely broke down what was wrong with the series. So I definitely watched that after I watched the series for myself. But yes, but in my own words, I definitely feel like it was pedestrian, or it was very amateur. I feel like it was cringy. I felt like the fact that like they explained, this is a spoiler alert, guys, so I'm about to talk about it for real quick, not too long. But I was anticipating at least the fact that she grew up in a black family for that to make sense. Like, how are they going to, like, hopefully that see, I at first I'm like, okay, maybe she didn't, I didn't think that she would be a part of a black family. I thought that, she would have gotten into this HBCU on some other reason. Because I went to Towson, a PWI, but we hung around Morgan people, Coppin, because Towson, Morgan, Coppin, all those schools are in the same area in Baltimore. And so I know at Morgan State University is a HBCU, and there were white students that went to Morgan that I saw, but they got like scholarships for like sports or whatever. And a lot of times when it comes to that, with HBCUs and scholarships, of course they don't have the same budget or the same resources as like a bigger university would have. Because at first in my head I'm like, why would they give a white person a scholarship and not a black person or whatever. But when it comes to HBCU, white people are the minority, and they want people. I mean, at the end of the day, college, higher education is a business, and they want you to come to their school because it's still a business. Exactly. Okay, so them having for whatever reason, they may give a sports scholarship to a white person is for a reason of that will benefit the institution. Okay, so I would see like white people at Morgan, or that I would see people that I knew went to Morgan that were white that played sports. Right. Just around the Baltimore area, just me being around Baltimore around that time I was going to school, and so that would be one reason why they would be there, because they have a sports scholarship. So I'm like, okay, maybe this Asian girl got a scholarship there for some other reason. I didn't think it would be because she grew up in a black family or whatever. Anyway, so yes, the girl grew up in a black family in the series, but the reasoning behind her being in the family was just like, it was just so
was she adopted?
She was adopted. Okay. So the father, the black father, was in the military, and they were out in Korea. They were out in Korea in the military. Okay. And so the mother, the black mother, had fertility issues. So they were out in Korea. While they were in Korea, they ended up adopting her as a baby. Okay. They adopted her as a baby. Then they moved back to Atlanta. So my whole thing is this. Why can't you just wait to go back to Atlanta and just adopt a black kid from Atlanta? Like, that was my whole thing. Like, from the jump, I'm like, why is this a thing? Like, I can see if you adopted her in Korea and you stayed in Korea, but like, you adopted this baby and brought her back to Atlanta as a baby. So it's just like, why couldn't you just adopt a black baby in Atlanta? I mean, in Georgia. I don't understand. That was just like, I'm thinking it's going to be a more in-depth reasoning as to why this Korean girl is in this black ass family, this black ass Southern family in Georgia. That was cringe. Then like just the way it was shot was like the shooting, like just the way it was shot. You know, that was kind of whatever. You know, limited for whatever reason. Whatever, I don't know why certain scenes were a certain way. Whatever. I didn't like how she had the black cousin. And the black cousin couldn't go to college. She got knocked up, and she did everything right in school. She was an honor student in school, but then she ended up getting knocked up, and she has to work at Walgreens while her Asian cousin goes to an HBCU that she should be at. So that's already a thing. Why you got this black girl, like she's the knocked up, pregnant at 17, who has to work at Walgreens and can't go to club. That was weird. That's whatever, right? Okay, that was annoying. And then I was like, let me not be mad at that because she is going to HBCU. This is full of black scholars. So cool, baby. I'm not being mad. But it's still like the fact that you even showing this shit right now is annoying already. Like whatever. That was weird. The girl got on bamboo earrings and these gold chains. It's just all that. My girl, this is like they said that the girl Nakia Stevens, it took her a while to get this in front of us. It took her a while to develop this. So this was over her writing this whole thing and getting it produced and funded took a span of like 10 years. So some people think that the whole thing is out. The whole thing to me is outdated. The fact that this whole storyline is outdated, the whole thing is just outdated. I feel like it's unoriginal and it's, I don't want to say lazy, but now I'm saying lazy. So that was cringy. Just there's certain parts were cringy. The fact that they had fried chicken and fried chicken day at the school, that was late. That was great. That was just cringy to me. I mean, maybe they do have fried chicken day at HBCUs, but then I don't know, like whatever. Just like, oh my God. And at the end, and her roommate, wasn't really accepting of her at first. It was like the big dark skinned black girl that was super woke, wasn't accepting of her. She was like the antagonist. She was the one that was like, oh, the Korean girl has to stand up to her because she's done, that whole thing. Then at the very end, like, because her whole thing is like, at one point in the show, when she was defending herself to the black roommate that wasn't here for her being at the school as an Asian girl, like she was like, she was saying like, oh, I'm not like a culture vulture, like black culture is all I know, I lived it or whatever, some shit like that, some whatever shit like that, and then the whole thing was like, oh, you don't really know how it is to be like whatever, right? The very end scene of the fucking show, J-Rob, I guess she had to go to her cousin, ended up getting an abortion or whatever, and she had to go meet up with her cousin. I guess the cousin was getting into with the baby father, or that would have been baby father. She had to go. At that point, she had made friends in college. It was a whole little clique because she was a part of a sorority or whatever. And she made friends. So all her friends came to go get her cousin and see what was wrong with her cousin. And I guess it was a bunch of commotion, and the police had to roll up. When the police rolled up, she was the only one she was like the only Asian one there. So like her as this Asian person told the police like, we're good, it's fine, we're good. And the police officer like this, like she basically her being the only Asian there, she disarmed the police officer basically, and the police officer, okay guys, fine, just get out of here, whatever. But versus it all being black people and just getting either arrested or shot up. So like she saved the day, kind of. You know what I mean? Like she used her privilege to save the day, because in the series they did refer to her as, even though she's Asian, they referred to her as the model minority. Right. Whatever. So like, that's crazy. Ooh, the police came. Oh my God, we're good. And then like her narrative was like, now I understand that I don't know what it's like to be a black person. Basically, like it's just like, oh, okay. So that was just like, okay, whatever.
It's a lot of moments.
So it was just like, okay, this is like, so I was actually ready to hate on it, but after watching it, like it was cringy, but like I guess I was kind of at ease because like, aside from it being cringy and it being corny, like all these things, it was a nice series to look at. Everyone is pretty, like, everyone's pretty. Everyone looks good. The guy, the Corday nigga, the Corday guy, Cordell Beckham, the one that won Love Island, the one that's Odell Beckham's little brother, he was in it. The Choice Brown, Tabitha Brown's daughter, she was in it. Who else was in it? Nobody else I knew that was in that. But it was nice to look at. Like it was nice to watch and look at with my eyes. Everyone looks good. Everyone's pretty and stuff. But that's what kind of get me at ease. I'm like, okay, whatever. This is a dumb little show, whatever, right? But when I watched Blue Talusma's breakdown, because like of course she's a scholar, she's an intellectual. She also is a writer, and like she has her own production company as well. She's in the industry, so like she broke it down how it was trash as a writer. She broke down how much of a trash series it was, and like her whole thing was like she was pissed because she didn't like how of course it got a bunch of backlash. She didn't like the writer Nakia Stevens' response on Twitter. She was basically saying that everyone that had a problem with it is like a lazy intellectual or whatever. So that's what kind of set her off. She's like, how dare you call people a lazy, like what the fuck, this is trash. Crazy. And then she ended up finding old tweets of Nakia Stevens because Nakia Stevens, when the backlash happened, Nakia Stevens came out the other day and said, okay, now I realize why I ghosted Twitter. Y'all are fake intellectuals and insufferable. That was her response to all the backlash. And then so Blue Taluzma, she took offense to that, and that's why she went through her whole little thing with breaking down why it was trash. Right. And then she also ended up pulling up old tweets of Nakia. So according to her old tweets, like Nakia Stevens, she has like a history of like anti-blackness within herself, and she sees why it's about an Asian girl at an HBCU because like it's like you almost like you're fetishizing like these other races outside of your race. Like why are you writing a show about this? Like it's like why are you doing this? So she found old tweets of Nakia Stevens saying that she's mixed with Black and Asian and Dominican, and she also found old tweets of Nakia saying, oh, she wishes that she had more Asian friends, or she hopes she makes Asian friends. Just weird stuff like that back in like 2011 or some shit, like a long time ago. I will say this though, J-Rob. I will say this. Being from PG, because I have said some dumb ass shit. Like hopefully I delete everything I need to delete it. Because if I ever make it big, like they're gonna really pull up some shit on me. But I will say this, like being from like PG County and going to PG County schools all my life, I've always been around a bunch of Black folks. Never like the very first time I really was around other races was college.
For real?
Yes.
Damn.
Like in the school system. Yeah. That's the first, like, so it's like, it's an adjustment. So I've definitely said, I've probably have said a lot of anti-Black things, and not, cause now, us as Black people, a lot of anti-Blackness is instilled in us. Like, oh, she got good hair. Oh, this and that. You know what I mean? So a lot of anti-Blackness is instilled in us. We have to just unlearn certain things. But back in the day, back in 2011, 2013, 2015, I've definitely said some dumb shit. I've definitely heard some dumb shit and let it slide. I've definitely let a lot of things slide from people that were not Black. Okay, when it comes to the 2011 era and the 2012 era, I'm not too judgmental when it comes to that, because I've said and done some dumb shit. Okay, but the fact that this whole project of hers was within like a 10-year span, and you really wanted to put this story out. It's like, girl, what? That's crazy. So Keke Palmer came out, and she came out and defended it. I was going to read it, but I'm not going to read it anymore because let me see if I can. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. Keke Palmer, she released a heartfelt response, basically saying like, she wants to support Black creators, and that's she facilitated, she developed this, she invested in this series, she invested almost $500,000 for this to come out. And she was just trying to defend the fact that she's trying to help a Black writer. She also funded other projects that Nakia Stevens has done for KeyTV. Mm-hmm. So I guess I guess this is like a learning thing for maybe Keke Palmer, or this is like a learning thing for all creators. I think, but when it comes to Keke Palmer though, I know, because I've watched her interviews, I know that Keke really has big goals for herself and her legacy.
She do.
I know that Keke Palmer, she wants to be a Tyler Perry. She has said that in her interviews. She wants to be a Walt Disney. Like she created KeyTV for that. She wants to be Tyler Perry. She wants to be a Walt Disney. Right. When it comes to Tyler Perry, we know that whether we like it or not, or whether he cares or not, we see that, and this is no offense, like, whatever, but like, when it comes to Tyler Perry, it's quantity over quality a lot of times. It's quantity over quality a lot of times. But he's a billionaire. And whether people like it or not, they're going to talk about it and they're going to consume it, whether they hate watch it or not. Right. They're going to consume it because he's going to keep doing it. He sees that something he's doing is working. He's going to keep doing it whether you like it or not. He doesn't care.
He owns his own studio. So
it's his rules. It's his whatever.
Do whatever you want.
Keke Palmer has her own network. It's she like and this is where it's starting for her. This is I mean from what she has accomplished right now, I don't see any ceiling for her. So you know what I mean. So it's just like right now is this she make like whatever, but it's like I know that she sees how people critique Tyler Perry's work all the time, and he's still a billionaire and he's still busting out. He got Amazon Prime deals, Netflix deals, he got this that. He's still doing shit. It ain't nothing stopping him. Yeah. So. I think that she's taking it's to me it looks like she's taking the quantity over quality route when it comes to her stuff like Tyler Perry does. So that's what I get from that. Yeah, that's what I get from that. So I mean, so hopefully, hopefully she learns from this and maybe she can like maybe be a little bit more hands-on with the content, or maybe just like vet it some more before it gets released or whatever. I don't know, but then again, this is someone else's work. This is this writer's work. She just funded it. She produced it, funded it, sponsored it, whatever. Right. So like a lot of things we see that are like fun, like that are produced by people that we know as actors, it always falls short when it comes to concept. Like with Devon Franklin, right? The pastor, he's a preacher or pastor? Is it pastor? Pastor. Yeah. Pastor, like he's Megan Good's ex-husband and all that stuff. He's a producer, and I think he already had a background of production anyway. That's probably how they met. I can't remember, guys. Whatever. Devon Franklin. He produced a Netflix movie starring Soraya and Tyler Lepley, that was on Netflix recently. And it was like a love story, like, whatever. But it was just, the typical, like, it was just a typical, predictable movie. And it was typical. It was predictable. It was some pockets in there where it's like, oh, this was kind of cut. This was like edited kind of weird. And this is kind of random. This is kind of very like, it was definitely like, it gave kind of like Tyler Perry, how Tyler Perry can be very campy sometimes with his work too, which is very like, out like, hey, well, this, but this doesn't really connect too well and whatever. And okay. So that, I feel like that movie was kind of like, it kind of like, the way it was edited was kind of weird toward the end. It was like rushed. It was just weird. But we still consume it. I still watched it because like I said before, even if I don't agree with the concept, if the concept falls short, the storyline falls short, at the end of the day, if the people on the screen look pretty, it's still nice to watch because everybody looks pretty. So it's nice to look at because everybody's pretty on the screen. But like, it still falls short in the quality aspect. Does that make sense? So I feel like I'm shitting on black folk. I don't want to shit on black people, but I just feel like, it's like, okay, these people that are wearing all these different hats and going into production, from acting and they want to start their own production company and do their own movies and stuff like that. Like, they're giving people, I admire them giving black folks jobs. That's amazing. But, sometimes the quality kind of falls short.
That's most important.
The quality kind of falls short, but then it doesn't matter because people are still going to consume it. It's still going to be watched. I was a big Lifetime movie girl, and Lifetime movies were full of outrageous storylines, and the shit was predictable as hell. It was campy. It was just like, I grew up on Lifetime. I was a 12-year-old watching Lifetime movies, and just like, whatever. So, whatever. I mean, there's still a place in my heart for movies like that. So I will be a consumer. Like I said, I will still watch a Tyler Perry movie. I'll still watch it. Because I'll still watch it. I'll watch it. Fuck it. I'll still watch it. But it's just like, these are my critiques, and this is just what this is. And I just noticed this is what it is. Teyana Taylor, she does quality stuff. I've yet to see her produce movies yet or TV yet. Right. She's a choreographer. She's a creative director. She's an actress. She's a singer. She's a performer. But I've never seen her produce like a movie, like her name being on a movie with other actors. Haven't seen that yet. She's in her acting bag right now.
She's gonna get there though.
Yeah, she is. She's in her acting bag right now. I do have confidence that that when it comes to Teyana Taylor, there will be quality over quantity for sure. I think that her quality and quantity with her right now is hand in hand. She has movies out. She's in like 2 movies this year. She's in a TV show with Kim Kardashian. Then she just put out an album. She creative directed NBA YoungBoys tour. She's doing a lot of things. So. Yes, but that is my critique on Keke Palmer and the Southern fried rice. They also said that Southern fried rice isn't even like a Korean thing. It's like Chinese, right?
Yeah.
So why would you name it that? Maybe that's supposed to be like a joke or something. I don't know. Anywho, moving along. This is a lot, right?
That was a lot.
It was a lot. Moving along. I'm almost done. Ciao. So, as we reported earlier in this episode, D'Angelo recently passed away. A lot of people were, we lost an icon, a legend. And so a lot of different artists came out and, reminisced on how D'Angelo inspired them. Tyler, the Creator, was one of the artists that came out and talked about how D'Angelo inspired him and his work. And, he bought D'Angelo CDs and this music really inspired him and all this stuff. And we know, I believe him because Tyler, along with Solange and Steve Lacy, Tyler, the Creator is very hands-on with his music when it comes to visuals and when it comes to composition. He is very hands-on with his music, with his art. He's a producer as well. He's a writer. So he's very hands-on. So I believe him when he says certain people inspired him. Tyler, the Creator, he's always been vocal about black artists, what black artists inspired him. He always talks about how Pusha T is his favorite rapper. He loves Pharrell. He loves Jay-Z.
Facts.
He loves, he loves black art. He was honored to have DJ Drama talk shit on his album Call Me If You Get Lost. He was honored. He is of the culture. He's been very loud about that. But Tyler, Creator does have a lot of white fans. And when he first came out, when Tyler, Creator first debuted, he was definitely a big troll. He was a big troll. He was an awkward black guy. He was like the awkward black guy that did the weird jokes and farted in front of you and just ate boogers and ate roaches and this weird Odd Future, like that whole awkward black. Oh, we love anime cartoons. We like this awkward stuff. And of course, he has a past of like. People found old anti-black tweets from Tyler, the Creator, back in 2011. Once again, when he was probably fucking 19 or some shit, 20 whatever. They found old stuff like that, and when Tyler, the Creator expressed his love for D'Angelo after his passing on his Twitter, like it seemed like his white fans didn't appreciate D'Angelo or didn't understand why D'Angelo was so important. But of course, why would they understand that, Tyler? Why would they understand the guys? Why would his white fans understand that? Why they don't have to understand that. But people kind of like were eating up Tyler online. I didn't really look into it too much because I was busy, y'all. I still got a 9 to 5, so I didn't look into it too much. But people were criticizing Tyler, bringing up his old like anti-black tweets or his old like weird trolly tweets or whatever, and talking about how he only caters to his white fans. He has white fans, and why would you expect your white fans to care about D'Angelo? Blah blah blah. Here's the thing, guys. We growing up black, black people are not a monolith. We're not a monolith, guys. Ooh. Black people aren't a monolith. So of course you're gonna have, even in college, you're gonna meet like the awkward black guys that like anime and just like don't comb out their fro right, don't get shape ups for real, wear flabby sneakers, like just weird awkward. They date awkward weird white girl, like just like it's just that awkward. Like Tyler came out as like the awkward black boy. But then also, why are you trying to punish or why are you ridiculing a black artist for them having a huge white fan base? A lot of black artists have huge white fan bases. They're still making their art the way they make their art. Like, Tyler never catered to just white people. White people gravitated towards him because he was a fucking weirdo and a weirdo fucking troll. Right. But he didn't cater to his music. It didn't cater. Even now, as him in his late 20s, early 30s, his 30s. I think he's like 35 now, some shit. Hold on. Because I'm 32. Tyler probably like 35 or some shit. I know he's older than me. Let me see.
Nah, for sure.
Let me see how old Tyler is.
He's been around
Because like, you know, now I have noticed that Tyler is coming into, you know, he's more loud and proud about his blackness and black importance in general. I will say that he is more loud. He's grown up. Like I said, back in 2011, 2012, 2013, whatever, I was saying a lot of dumb shit, J-Rob, and I was letting a lot of dumb shit slide. Okay? Like, things that you could say to me as a non-black person back then, I probably wouldn't say nothing to you. I probably wouldn't see nothing wrong with it. But saying it to me now, I would have definitely. You cannot say that to me around me. None of that.
Nah, fact.
Okay, Tyler is 34 years old. Yes, he even said on his 9th birthday, March 6, 2000, I landed at Sam Goody and he bought D'Angelo shit. Like, you know, he said that.
Sat on the porch listening.
So yeah, you know, he had an anti-black past, an anti-black troll past, and people just threw it at him after the whole D'Angelo. My whole thing is this: like, all the successful because shit, Tyler, his last 3 albums broke records. Like, his last 3 albums were very successful first week, and he dropped 2 albums this year, right? Chromacopia came out this year.
No, that was last year. I think it was last year. Yeah.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. His last albums, like his last 3-4 albums, were huge.
Right.
Igor, Call Me If You Get Lost, Chromacopia, and Don't Tap the Glass, like, huge. Yeah. He has his own festival, and then he still did some Coachella shit, I think, and he's huge. Superstar. So y'all want to sit there and when he talk about how D'Angelo, he loved D'Angelo, y'all want to bring up his old anti-black shit, but when his music was out, y'all wasn't saying shit. Like, what's happening here? Like, y'all are weird. It's just weird. It's weird. It's weird. A lot, like, and being anti-black is not cool. It's not good. Never, ever, ever. But once again, if you're young, you're dumb, you learn. He's a grown ass man, 35-year-old man. He ain't doing that shit no more. But they brought up old R. Kelly tweets of him. It was like he was saying some shit back in 2011. I'm like, damn, you was saying all of that shit? Damn. Talking about how, like, oh my gosh, guys, I had a sea of white people say nigger in the audience. It felt so great. I'm like, what, nigga? Like, it was just weird. But he been saying, I think he said some weird shit about Selena Gomez like a long time ago. Like, I think he was banned from like Europe at one point. It was like he had a lot going on. But it's like y'all want to. It's like, why would y'all get mad at him for his white fans not understand? Like, and then also, why are you mad at him for having white fans? Everyone has white fans. And then also, like, it's just people talk about how, like, it's a bunch of white folks in the audiences and stuff. But, you know, like, because they have the money to be there. Like, they have the money to be there. So, like, you know, we might not have like, they're the majority. We're the minority. Like, they have that's one. They're the majority. We're the minority. That's one. So they outnumber us. And that's one. And then also, like, we have as minorities, we are put in certain circumstances where we don't have the resources as the majority. That's why when we reach certain milestones, it's always highlighted because we weren't dealt that hand. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. I didn't go to Cowboy Carter because I didn't want to risk being evicted, but I would have went there. A white woman my age probably wouldn't have that same problem. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But do you get what I'm saying?
I get your point.
You see?
I get your point of view.
So that was just weird, guys. I don't know. They brought up Childish Gambino about his anti-black. They brought up his shit. They brought up Childish Gambino because I think he has either an Asian wife or white wife or some shit like that. They brought up his anti-black because he's another like awkward black guy. I don't know. I didn't really pay any mind to him. I didn't know that he was anti. Maybe he was. I don't know. Like, a lot of awkward black guys are awkward. They have like this weird thing about, you know, sometimes it's about them being too weird for the cool black people, and they have to resort to them being like awkward. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's, you know, they just weren't cool. They weren't cool enough to be black, so they kind of they rerouted into the, you know what I mean? A lot of times, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't know about that, but then somebody said some shit about, oh yeah, in his show Atlanta, he had a lot of anti-blackness because it was that one episode where it was that white lesbian couple and they drove off the cliff. That was anti. Like, no, he was mocking some shit that actually happened in real life, guy. Like, it just. But now you want to get these little think pieces about Donald Glover is crazy. Okay, Like, I don't know. Maybe I didn't pay that much mind to. Maybe his music is too good for me to even give a fuck, honestly. Because when he makes music, he makes some music.
Nah, facts though.
Yeah, I don't know, but Atlanta was a good show, so you're not gonna go sit here and tell me that Atlanta was anti-black. Fuck out of here. He had a whole episode about how Goofy was black and they stole the idea.
Oh yeah. I saw that one. That's a great show.
And I love it. That's where I met Tyreek Withers in my mind. I don't know him, but in my mind we know each other. In my mind, me and Tyreek Withers know each other. In my mind,
Danny and Tyreek.
You know what I mean?
Coming soon.
You know what I mean? Ooh. Are you manifesting a Tyreek on this platform or meeting Tyreek Withers?
Could be both.
Oh, are we manifesting things?
Always manifesting.
This is the manifesting bell, guys.
The manifesting bell sounds cool. Though.
If I say Tyreek Withers' name 3 times, do you think he'll appear? Tyreek. Anyway, anywho, next, child. Okay, we almost done. Okay, child. All right, guys. Okay, I'm almost done. It's just, and I know I'm probably missing some shit. I can't do nothing else. They said that Sweetie was a madam, or no, they said Sweetie was Sweetie had a madam. Sweetie was selling kitty cat and was whatever. I don't know. I didn't get that. That's I missed that news docket, that news thing, whatever. We ain't talking about that. Anyway, Kevin McCall, guys, we haven't heard that name in a while. I don't think we've ever heard that name on the show. Oh shit, I don't even clap for that. I don't think I've ever said Kevin McCall in the show ever before.
Maybe
have I?
One time, maybe a few times.
Maybe once. I don't even know. Back in like it wasn't in the 2020s. You ain't nothing but a vulture. J-Rob, how you hate from outside the club? You can't even get in.
Hey.
Yellow, mono,
Look at me now.
Sipping, yellow, mono, yeah. But you getting 10 years in 2 days. Ladies love me. I'm on my cool J. Did you write that part, Kevin? I'm on my cool J. Was that one? I know he did that song though. Look at me now. Anyway, so yes, Kevin McCall has resurfaced in the pop news, guys. He was on the podcast called Back on Fig, hosted by I think his name is Terrell or T-Rail, or I'm so sorry. He was Tyga's best friend back in the day. But he has a podcast called Back on Fig, and him and Tyga used to be cool back in the day. And so Kevin McCall was on the podcast Back on Fig with Terrell or Trail. Should I call him Trail or fuck?
Just say
Trail? Shit. T-Rail was, I don't know if him and Tyga are still cool, but back in the day, back in the 2016, 2017, 2015s, Terrell and Tyga and like, you know, Heather, because he's married to Heather Sanders, and Heather Sanders was real cool with Kylie Jenner back in the King Kylie days. So they all would hang out and stuff. They all would be cool. And, you know, around that time, Fan of a Fan was out, you know, Deuces and all that stuff. You know, him and, you know, Tyga and Chris Brown was like, you know, doing that stuff. Yeah. And so, of course, T-Rail was probably, you know, in that clique, and, you know, they were all, you know, he was involved in all of that stuff. Right. So in parts of this podcast, he reminisced on like, oh yeah, you know, you used to do this and da 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 da. I told Tyga that you was da 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 da. You know, he was a part of that whole thing. So it made sense to me. It related to me like, oh, why Kevin will be on there. Kevin McCall's from California. Let me make sure. He gives California. He give like. Yeah, I think he's from California. Jesus Christ. You ain't nothing but a vulture. He 40 years old. Let me see. Bullshit. He's from Watts, California. All right now. Anywho, child. He's from Watts. So yes. So child, he was on there cutting up. Child, he's on there cutting up. We ain't seen him in a while. But first, I'm such a bird, y'all. I'm such a fucking bird. I'm such a bird. He fine, y'all. He's still fine. Sisters, fuck that ring. Sisters, he's still fine. He's still fine. He is still fine, y'all. Damn.
She just had flashback.
Damn. He's still fine. I'm like, damn, this nigga still fine. Shit. He's awful person, but he is fine as fuck. God damn. Anyway, Yeah, so he was on the he was on the podcast. They were talking, chatting it up and stuff. And I'm gonna play a little clippity clip. But at one point, he revealed that he is currently on EBT. Not for long under this presidency, but yes, he is currently on EBT. And he just wants Chris Brown to give him the $25K that he feels like he owes him. I don't know if because he had a deal with Chris Brown, I guess, because he was writing for Chris Brown. He had a deal with Chris Brown. I guess I don't know if he owes Chris Brown 4 more songs, or if Chris Brown owes him $25,000, or he has 4 songs to give Chris Brown. Just give me the money. I don't care. I have 4 songs for you, whatever. So I'm gonna play a clip. I'm gonna play a clip of him on the Back on Fig podcast.
I got an EBT card, and this is at Breezy, bro, and made 90 whatever the million, and it say Keke Mac. Can I get 25,000 for them 4 songs I owe you, bro? I just want to leave, bro. I'm not even tripping though. I got an EBT card, my nigga. Like, what the fuck? I can't even get nothing, bro, man. Y'all want to see me cry in here, so y'all can think I'm a bro. That ain't fair. Hey, I'm on EBT, bro. Hey. That's wild. Bro. Hey, look, bro. I'm down, bro. I'm on EBT. Look. Say my name, bro. That shit is better. I had to go up in there by my face with a mask, like COVID, bro. I got an EBT.
Okay, so he's talking about how he is currently on EBT and niggas at Breezy Bowl making millions of dollars and all that stuff. So I wasn't really savvy on the Kevin McCall beef with Chris Brown. Maybe I forgot. Maybe I don't care. I didn't look too much into it again. I was busy, whatever. But they have beef. They've had a long-standing beef. Apparently or allegedly, Kevin McCall talked shit about Chris Brown's kids or whatever, or Chris Brown, and so him and Chris Brown been beefing. They've been on the outs. Kevin McCall, people resurfaced tweets of Kevin McCall calling Chris Brown gay, and let me see if I can find the tweets. Hold on, someone bookmarked it. So I bookmarked a tweet. Hold on, it says Kevin McCall admit. Wait, let's just do this real quick. So they said that blah blah blah. Hold on. Let me see. You ain't nothing but a vulture. Yeah, so Bryson Tiller recently gifted Chris Brown gifted. No, Bryson Tiller recently gifted Chris Brown a car. I think it was a Lamborghini. Was it a Lamborghini? Hold on. Yes, it was. So Bryson Tiller, as a thank you, gifted Chris Brown a Lamborghini. Yeah. And so is that me or you?
That's me.
Okay. Yes, a Lamborghini. And Kevin McCall posts, this is before his interview on Back on Fig. He says, at Bryson Tiller, I told you, little bro, crazy light-skinned niggas got the best bussy. He got you hooked now, too. That shit fire, huh? Now I'm hot. Why won't he divorce me? Gay pride, paperwork party soon. And so he was hating on the fact that Bryson Tiller bought Chris Brown a Lamborghini. And then at that point, I think days later, he was on the podcast crying about him being on EBT, and how Chris Brown made $9 million at the Breezy Bowl, and he got to go into the EBT line and put a mask on like COVID, so nobody recognize him in the EBT line or whatever. Fuck, whatever. I'll say this though, real quick. I'm annoyed that I don't want to have to be on EBT. Like I'm glad that I can get my own food and stuff, but I'm a little mad. Like why I would love to be on food stamps. Now I wouldn't love to be on food stamps, but I would love to have that as an option for myself. I don't want that to be my life, but I'm just saying it would be great for me to have food stamps, but I don't qualify for it.
Yeah.
I qualify, but I don't qualify. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You lucky bastard, you. How you on EBT? How you on EBT and I can't get EBT?
He lied.
How you on EBT and I can't get EBT?
Lied on the application.
You think so? Don't they investigate that shit?
Nah, some people be lying on that.
God, then how do I get my own? Who do I pay to get EBT, y'all? Like, let me know. Hook up. We got 1 week left. Let me know. Anywho, but yes. So, and then there's a clip of him. So my whole thing is this: you're not good with your money, bro, because you wrote a lot. He wrote Deuces. He did Look at Me Now, and he did some. I went on Genius.com where they show like how what songs people write. He wrote a lot of Chris Brown songs, and he wrote for others as well. But there's another clip that resurfaced. Where he was talking about, this is like years ago, he talked about blowing $8 million. So let's play this real quick. Hold on. This is back This was back in 2019 where he this was I don't know what this was from, but it was a clip of that resurface of Kevin McCall talking about how he blew through $8 million. So let's play this clip real quick.
I'm singer-songwriter Kevin McCall, and I blew the hell out of that. Chris Brown called me and like, look, this song is going real good. We about to do the video. I only got a check for $10,000 at that time. Spent that up in no day. Tried to get a whip, some dumb shit. But when I finally got a check for Deuces that was over 6 figures, I opened that mug up. It was like, I ain't never seen nothing over $10,000 in my life. So when I saw 100 and something thousand, I'm like, I looked at my cousin, I just closed it. I got scared. I ain't even get happy. I'm like, well, I'm gonna put this shit. Didn't know what to do with it. Didn't know where to start. The most I had ever paid for rent at the time was like $300. It took me almost losing my family to realize, okay, something's not right. I had a 4-bedroom house in Woodland Hills, and my child's mom had to pay the rent. I'm thinking I'm broke, not knowing I got checks coming from here, here, on this tax ID number, all these things that I'm more familiar with now. And if I knew them then, I probably could have saved my family, but I knew I blew the bag when I had to move back into my parents' house for like a week. Just that whole time period was the most embarrassing time. I almost crumbled to the pressure, and then one of them royalty checks came in again. Praise the Lord. Another little $10,000 or something just to get me back started. I got me an apartment. Then I lost that apartment. I was back on my grandmother's couch again. I had to really sit back and say, okay, well, where's the money coming from? How do I get paid? How do I manage that to where I could survive? I blew a bag.
Okay, so this clip just shows that, you know, he has made money from writing, but he has horrible money management. And then people brought up his past with Eva Marcel or Eva Pickford, as we all know back in the day. They have a child together, and you know he has a history of domestic violence allegedly or apparently. And so, you know, he has some things that he has like some inner demons that have gone on over the years. And, you know, he has inner demons. And then on top of that, he has poor money management. So it's just like you getting a bunch of money, you getting all these royalty checks from these hit songs, and you are now on EBT. So I just feel like, you know, his reputation in the industry, he fucked that up. And then also he does not have really good money management, because there's no way that you are this talented and you don't have like you should be one of the main writers. You should be a big writer. You fucked it up. You did something behind the scenes where you blackballed yourself.
Exactly.
That's what I'm getting from it. But I watched the whole podcast interview. It was a nice podcast interview. It was live. It was streamed. And he, you know, he went through the motions and stuff. It was a bunch of guys on the show, so they gave each other encouraging words. And you know, he played a bunch. He's still really talented. Like, he played a bunch of reference tracks that he wrote for people. He's I wrote this for Summer Walker. And he played it. I wrote this for Omarion. He played it. He's still a great writer. To me, I would consume it. He still seems like a great writer. He still seems like a talented writer. It's just that I guess he just fucked up his connections and blackballed himself.
Gotta be a good person.
Young Thug came out and said after he went viral for being on ABC, Young Thug came out and tweeted, you know, hey, you know, I got $25K for you. If you need it, just hit me up. You know, Chris Brown's a cool guy. You know, he just be busy. I'm sure he would do the same for you. Chris Brown came out and was like, oh no. You can't walk across a burnt bridge. So, you know, he reminded y'all, like, I don't fuck with this nigga. Like, I'm not giving him shit.
Right.
Basically, so that was the whole thing. At this point, Kevin McCall is viral now. He on streams with Ray J now, talking about how Ray J he on live with Ray J now. Ray J on the thing talking about how Tyrese can't sing, and he like all types of stuff. I don't fuck with Tyrese, and like, you know, Kevin McCall, he don't fuck with Tyrese either. Like, it's a whole thing. He's on a whole thing. It's like, oh my god, like, it's just like, come on, y'all, this is a lot.
Gotta do better.
It's just because Ray J has fell off the deep end. I know Brandy has separated herself from him. Like, she has separated herself from him completely. Kevin McCall was arguing back and forth with Mario the other day. He's back in the news, y'all. Kevin McCall beefing with everybody now. And that's how he gets his attention. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get the money some way or another. I don't know, whatever. But I do want to bring up something more fun. One of the things that he did say in his interview with Back on Fig, he brought up who can sing and who can't sing, and I wanted to play this for you. I wanted to discuss this with you, J. Rob, since you're a producer as well. Let's hear it. Let's see what he has to say.
Patti LaBelle coming through this motherfucker.
Patty can't sing to me.
You feel like Patti LaBelle?
Everybody's voice is different.
Everybody can't be Patti LaBelle coming through this motherfucker.
Patty can't sing to me.
You feel like Patti LaBelle can't sing?
Oh, I didn't say some shit. Y'all want to know all the people can't sing?
Yeah.
But I'm a fan of them. Mary J. Blige can't sing. Keisha Cole can't sing. Patty can't sing. Keith Sweat can't sing.
Keisha Cole can't sing?
Keisha Cole cannot sing. Alicia Keys cannot sing. Pitch, tone deaf. Most people don't sing. Y'all don't know these things. I used to argue with people. Now you want to know who can sing?
Oh, yeah, this is going to kill
And I'm going to start with the person people think can't sing. T-Pain can sing without auto-tune. T-Pain can really sing. Brandy. Jasmine Sullivan.
Nah, let him name his. Don't help me. I want to hear his.
And then when you go Brandy and Monica, y'all ain't going to believe who I'm going to choose.
Brandy.
Yeah, I ain't
Because you already said you want to use
Brandy.
A lot of people gonna choose Brandy though.
Right. But keep on. Who else? Who else can sing?
Can sing is like a motherfucker.
Mario can sing.
He corny and all that type of shit.
Mario can sing.
He can sing like he sing better than me.
Monica can sing though. I love Monica.
Monica can sing her face off. And then we just getting, I know real singers though. Like if I get into the Clark sisters or Carvina Jones.
Keisha Cole can't sing is new to me.
I like it. Everybody's voice is different.
Okay, so and he also talks about how he also talks about how, like, you know, when it comes to men in singing, he was saying, like, you know, if a man can sing like a girl, he can sing. Like, you know what that means? Like if they can sing like a girl, you can sing like the tone, like you can really sing. But I thought that was interesting when he was talking about who can sing, who can't sing. The Patti LaBelle thing, that was wild to me. I never thought that someone would say that. I'd never heard that before, whatever. But I could understand why someone would say that. But he is like the second singer though that I heard that said that Kevin McCall is the second singer that has said that Keisha Cole can't sing. I've heard that before from a singer.
A lot of people say
that she can't sing. Why do you think people say that Keisha Cole can't sing?
It's a tone. It's like I guess it's a note thing or something. I don't know.
I've also heard people say that Mary J. Blige can't sing.
Yeah, a lot of people say that too.
But my whole thing is this, and this, I think a singer said this to me, because I'm friends with singers.
Yeah.
They said, because I never said that about Mary J. Blige, but she was explaining why people would say that and why whatever. So she was giving me an example of how James Brown, he's like the king of soul, and like he's not really a technical singer, but he has that feeling. He feels that's what he sells. And Mary J. Blige said, I think she her song, all I really want is a and then
Auto-tune, breath control.
But no, she has that feeling.
Right, it's all feeling.
Does Keisha Cole have the feeling where she can give? But people be saying that too much about her.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why though, but
I
don't know why. I don't know. Should just be subjective. So
really, but you know what's? But because I've said that J-Lo can't sing.
A lot of people say that.
Mm-hmm. But one of my singer friends said to me that J-Lo can sing. And I'm like, what?
But she can't sing to you though, as a listener.
My whole thing is this, right? This is my whole thing. If you need to have other people ghost sing for you, you can't sing. I love J-Lo. Like, she's an icon. Love her movies. I love her music. But my whole thing is like, J-Lo, out the people that Keisha Cole, Mary J. Blige, Patti LaBelle, out of all those folks, they've never had to have someone ghost sing for them. J-Lo has had to have ghosts. She couldn't do it. They had to put someone else's vocals on it and act like it was her.
All right.
And like now she's working with Steve Mackey, the vocal coach, and she's really trying. But even now when we see clips, like, you know, she's a bad bitch. She's like, you can't tell me I ain't eat this up. Like she was sing on camera with Steve Lacy, like with their coaching her through it, and she's like, I'm the shit. Like you can't tell me nothing. But and that's her confidence. But even with Steve Mackey, like I just feel like it's still kind of shaky for me. You know what I'm saying? But Patti LaBelle not being able to sing, cause isn't she like a titan? Like she's a titan, right? People, do you think Patti LaBelle can sing?
I think so.
I never heard nobody say that before. That was wild.
But everybody.
I never heard that. So he said Mary J. Blige can't sing. He said Keisha Cole can't sing. He said Patti LaBelle can't sing. Wow. I've heard the Keisha Cole. I've heard the Mary J. Blige.
Right.
Who you think can sing better, Mary J. Blige or Keisha Cole?
I mean, I don't know, yo. I don't know.
Just say it.
That's two different vibes, man.
No, it ain't. No, it's not. Keisha Cole and Mary J. No, it's not. They're the same. Don't play that game. You a damn lie. Keisha Cole and Mary J. Blige, please. Mary J. Blige walk so Keisha can run. Don't do that. That Keisha Cole is Mary J. Blige's daughter. Okay, don't do that because Keisha Cole is very Mary J. Blige coded. Do not play that game with me. Like I asked you before, who you think can sing better, Keisha Cole or Mary J. Blige?
I listen to Mary music more, so I say Mary.
Dun, 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 dun,
I listen to Mary music more though, so
huh?
I listen to Mary more, so I guess I say Mary. Mary, I guess.
Told you.
But I like Keisha's songs too. A better singer though is like.
Cause Mary J. Blige, she has singy songs though.
Right, she got ballads and all that.
Yeah. Damn, I don't know who could sing better. Damn. If I had to pick though.
Right, what mood? It's a mood. What mood?
They're the same person. That you keep acting like they're different. They're not. Mary J. Blige walked so Keisha could run. Keisha Cole is Mary J. Blige's daughter. Listen. Keisha Cole is baby Mary J. She is. I don't care what nobody say. Who can sing better, guys? I'm gonna.
That's the poll.
You tell me who sings better, Mary J. Blige or Keisha Cole? Because in my opinion, they the same person. Like Mary J. birthed Keisha Cole. I don't care what nobody motherfucking say, but I'm having a hard time picking who can sing better because they both are the same person to me. Different eras. Different eras. Different eras.
They not the same.
I don't know because they be singing like. I'm trying to play music in my head to see who can sing better. I don't know. They're the same person but different eras. Shit. I don't freaking know. They did a damn verses with Keisha Cole and Ashanti. Shit, if Mary J. Blige wasn't so damn uppity, she would have probably did one with Keisha. I don't know. They would have put her against Faith Evans, but that wouldn't have been fair. Because what the fuck? No, absolutely not. If y'all said Faith Evans versus if you ask me who could sing better, Faith Evans or Mary J. Blige, I say Faith Evans. That's easy. Who can sing better, Keisha Cole or Ashanti? Keisha and Mary, they're the same person to me. Keisha is Mary J's daughter. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Anywho, yeah, Kevin McCall, do better with your money, bro. I don't know. Get cool. You dissing Tyrese, you dissing Mario. I think he said that he has. Marion has an album coming up soon because he was on Joe Budden's podcast not too long ago previewing some stuff. So he did. Kevin McCall did say that he has some stuff on Marion's new album.
Okay.
So hopefully, but you beefing with Bryson Tiller and Chris Brown though. If you wasn't beefing with Chris Brown, you probably would have been at the damn Breezy Bowl.
What you about to do?
Oops.
That's if you let him back.
He's not gonna hit. He said that bridge is burnt. He said you can't walk across a burnt bridge. I know that's right. Listen, when you burn my bridge, that bridge is burnt, baby. It is burnt up. It is history. Yeah, it's crispy. Okay. I don't know. He was on the damn Ray J stream talking about some Tyrese can't sing. He said fuck Tyrese. I'm like, God damn. Is he Kevin McCall? Are you cool with Usher? But shit, is Usher done with music? I don't know, because he did a hell of a run these last couple years. Who could he be cool with again? He said that he sent Summer Walker some songs. I don't know if Summer. He said that Summer didn't reply back. I don't know. He said that he wanted to send some shit to SZA. That would be great for you. Just don't piss her off. I don't know. Who could be Kevin McCall's lifeline? I say Summer Walker. I say SZA.
That's tough.
Shit. Is he cool with Janae Aiko? Shit, you might got to deal with girls because all these niggas in the industry don't fuck with your ass. Is he cool with Tank? But then Tank is Team Breezy, so he ain't gonna do that to Team Breezy because Chris Brown be having Tank do his background vocals still. Was that Tank on the song? I know it was Usher sample, but was that Tank singing that part?
I think Tank be on so much shit.
He was on.
Right.
He was in the background doing that. Was that Tank on the Depend song? I freaking right away. Was that him in singing that part, y'all? Do y'all know?
Possibly.
Let me know. But yeah, he ain't finna fuck up that Chris Brown check because he stayed doing Chris Brown background vocals.
But he been locked.
Is Kevin McCall beefing with Neo? Do we care about Neo music? I don't know. Shit, nigga, you on live with radio talking shit about Tyrese and other people. You need to stop that.
He got to start his own thing.
He probably already tried. Okay, next. 2 more things, real quick. They said that Tyla stole Carisha's song Chanel. Young Miami had a song. Well, Carisha had a Young Miami, aka Carisha, had a song called "Take Me to Chanel." And then apparently Tyla stole the song and she wants to be put in Chanel. And so she has a new song out called Put Me in Chanel. But Carisha, she was previewing a song for a long time, since last year, called Take Me to Chanel. Mm-hmm. And she was, I guess she was playing it and previewing it. I think allegedly she was at like an award show after party where Tyla was at and Travis Scott was at. And she played the song for her industry friends and stuff. Allegedly Travis Scott asked her to send him the song. She was like, no, this is my song. But then, she played the song over and over again. Tyla was there dancing to it and stuff. And Tyla was talking to her about the song, whatever. Mm-hmm. Next thing you know, 2025 comes around and Tyla previews a song called Put Me in Chanel. And Young Miami's on Twitter talking about something. Girl, you stole my song. It's my song. You stole my song. Whatever. I don't think people care anymore. I heard the song Put Me in Chanel by Tyla. Loved it. Saw the video. Loved it. I heard the snippet from Carisha. Didn't hear the whole thing, but it's cute. Take Me to Chanel. Like, her Miami accent is cute, cool, but it's not out, sis. Hers is out, not yours. People aren't gonna care.
Put the music out.
They said that. They said that Carisha's song was linked so much to Diddy that she probably didn't want to put it out, because when she first previewed it on TikTok, it was a TikTok clip of her and Diddy at Chanel store. So it's just too much going on with the Diddy stuff. So I see why she didn't put it out, but damn, girl, that girl took your song. I think she did take your song. That's fucked up. Make another one.
Exactly.
Lastly, Megan Thee Stallion, real quick, and we're going to get into music and get into shows, we're going to be out of here. Megan Thee Stallion, she just released a song called Lover Girl from a viral TikTok sound. She actually, let me see. Do I feel like I'm not doing that? Okay, yeah. So there's a TikTok sound that went viral, sampling Total, Kissing You, and it got into Megan Thee Stallion's lap. She recorded a song. She put it out called Lover Girl, and she put out a video. The song has grown on me. It has grown on me. I will say this though. And the thing is, the song happened so quickly. She got the song, it went viral on TikTok. She asked the TikToker producer guy, hey, send me the song. I love this. Oh my gosh. The TikTok guy, he's excited. He has a song with Megan Thee Stallion. Like, all he was doing was fuck around on TikTok. So he has a song with Megan Thee Stallion. She got the song. She recorded it and did everything she needed to do. Shot a video for it, all that stuff. And so the song is very Megan Thee Stallion song. There was criticism about how it sounds the same like all her other songs, or why couldn't this be more romantic and blah, 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 blah. It's all these criticisms. I will say this, though. I enjoy Megan Thee Stallion. I think that she is a real rapper. I think that she, she'll put out stuff, whether it's good or not. She's a real rapper. She's a real artist. So she's going to put it out, whether it fails or not. She's going to put it out. And she's a true artist. She got a song randomly on TikTok and she recorded it. She did it and she got the choreographer for it. She made a video. She's an artist. I will say this, though. I wish with Megan Thee Stallion, her songs were better produced, if that makes sense. I wish it was better produced. Like, because I was talking to my friend Jonathan about it. Not you, but my other friend Jonathan. I was talking about how I feel like I enjoy Travis Scott's music, Kanye West's music, even Playboi Cardi, The Weeknd. Like, I enjoy their music. Even Future, I enjoy their music because it's well produced. Like, it's well produced. Even Drake's music, I enjoy their music because it's well produced. Like, Travis Scott music, Drake music, a lot of times their songs sound like movies. Exactly. Just like one song, it'll sound like a whole movie. It's like you're taking you on a whole journey. Yeah. They have different beats in one song. They transition in one song. It's it's an experience. Right. And sometimes, a lot of times, I feel like with Megan Thee Stallion, I feel like even with other girls, even with Nicki, even with the other girls, I feel like a lot of times they're just rapping on a beat.
Right.
It's a beat and they're rapping on it, and that's it.
Right.
And that's that. With this instance, cool. It was quick. She got it. She did it. She loved Klay Thompson. Whatever the fuck. Cool. Fine. Whatever. But that's my critique with her. I just feel like you just got a beat and you rapping on it. Mm-hmm. Give me an experience. It doesn't always have to be an album that has to give me an experience. Sometimes give me an experience with a record, with a song. Like Travis Scott, like Kanye West, like all these men do.
Some layers.
Give me layers. Give me a production. I feel like I wanted her to, like, she's a good rapper, but like with the Kissing You sample, like, and it was cool. Like they added some stuff to the end and they do some stuff or whatever. But I feel like give me a movie in the song sometimes. I don't want to get a movie with the video. The video helped the song for me, but I don't want to get the movie. I don't want to wait for the video to get a movie. I want to have a movie with my ears.
Yeah, you want to feel it already.
Like play around with like sounds and like transitions in it, and maybe sing a little bit. She tries to sing like oh my God, I wanna dance. Like that's cool. Like her Kanye, all that stuff. But like I know she can do that. But it's like give me a well produced. I don't want a bunch of just you rapping on the beat. I get that a lot from her. I get that a lot from Lotto. It's very much rapping on the beat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cardi B, she makes good songs. Cardi B makes good songs. It's good songs. Her album is good. Ice Spice, very much rap on the beat, but she has good catchy. So like Ice Spice is younger and she makes good catchy songs, so it's cool for right now. Ice Spice, for right now. 5 years from now, you keep playing the same game. I don't know, sis. Nicki Minaj, like she makes good. Nicki Minaj is an icon. She's a legend. She makes great experience. She's a pioneer. So like Nicki Minaj is a pioneer, but I do want her to have more of an experience with records as well. Like I want a movie sometimes. Travis Scott is great at that. Sicko Mode.
Yeah.
His last album, the Jack Boys album, like even with the Shine sample, even though it's like it's still it's an experience. Metro Boomin and Future, fucking 21 Savage be giving me a movie sometimes, even without Drake. Like it's just the whole part next door to that whole. It's just give me a experience in a song. I don't need a video with Travis Scott.
Right.
I don't need a video with Travis Scott music. It's a vibe. It's a movie with the song by itself. I don't need nothing, no extra nothing with Travis Scott. He gave me everything I needed with the damn song.
Yeah.
That's all I want. Give me well produced work. Give me an experience. Give me a package with the song. I don't need the package to be song, video, bad bitch. No, sometimes give me the music and give me a good song. Give me a well produced record. That's all I want. And that is it for the Heard on the Curb. Okay. Oh shit. Real quick though. Bia only sold 2,000 copies her first week of her album, and that's whoa. That is whoa. I don't know if I can call that karma or not. I don't know, because I do feel like she baited Cardi B with that beef, and then even though Cardi B gave her a whole diss record on her album, her shit still flopped, and I'm like, damn, what if Cardi B didn't diss her on her album? Would her shit still be? Would it be worse than 2K? Oh my god, that's horrible. Like that's horrible. But with Bia, she's talented and all that stuff. And she'll throw the whole I'm a writer jab here and there or whatever. And I already told y'all about how I don't give a fuck about who write what or whatever the fuck. It don't matter to me, because at the end of the day, the audience decides whether they like some shit or not, whether you wrote it or not. I don't give a fuck. I don't whatever. But with Bia, I think that she's very talented. I love her tone, but I feel like, in my opinion, I feel like she can be very underwhelming sometimes. And when it comes to her music, I did listen to her album. Her album's good. Like she's a good artist. Like she's a good artist. But I just feel like with Bia, like I'll go and listen to her music to go see what's going on, and then I'm out. And I don't feel like I need to go back and grab nothing. I don't feel the need to go back and listen to it. I don't need to. That's just for me. That's just for me, in my opinion, with Bia. But she's talented, and I hope for the best for her, and I hope that she keeps going. That's it for the Her on the Curb, guys. Last two things, music and TV, and we out. Halle dropped a new album, Halle Bailey, amazing album, loved it. I'm gonna go play it some more in the car. She's a great R&B soul album. J Rob, you should listen to it. It's great. It's amazing. Bia dropped an album. Megan Thee Stallion dropped her new song Lover Girl. We just talked about that. Kehlani dropped the folded remix pack, the remix bundle, where she has different songs with remixes. Brandy has a remix. Mario, Neo, Tank, JoJo. They all have remixes of Folded, and Tony Braxton as well. So that was cool. That was great. Cool. And lastly, on the shows, I'm still watching Reasonable Doubt. I want to know who this. We're still watching to see who killed who and whatever the fuck. Cool, that's great. Love that. I'll talk about. I have something. I have a point to make with Reasonable Doubt, but I'll do it next episode because I need to let J Rob go. But also, it's a new movie called Reminders of Him, starring Tyreek Withers. The trailer just came out. Once again, he's in another movie. Like he is skyrocketing. J Rob. He's gonna be in this movie called Reminders of Him. Reminders of Him, yes. And then also Malcolm in the Middle. Apparently, they have a reboot coming up, so a revival coming up. So I might have to watch because that was a good ass. That was a good ass show.
It was.
I used to love that show. I used to love Malcolm in the Middle, and I used to love this show called Grounded for Life. Do y'all know about that show? It was about like they were in like, where was it? Boston? It wasn't Boston. It was in Jersey or some shit like that. I don't know. But it was a show called Grounded for Life and Malcolm in the Middle. Those were my two, like one of my two shows. Well, those are shows that I really enjoyed back in the day or whatever. But anyway, all right, guys. Well, any shows, TV that you want to discuss before we leave out?
Nah, ain't nothing pop up on my
Okay.
my radar.
All right, guys. Well, thank you again for watching Heard the Podcast. I'm your host, Danny. This is J Rob in the back. Again, this is Heard the Podcast. HER_D the podcast. We're on all podcast streaming platforms that you can think of. HER_D the podcast. We're on YouTube. HER_D the podcast. Like, comment, subscribe. We're on TikTok. Heard Pod. HERDPOD. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, share, repost, all that good stuff. I'm out. Peace. Appreciate you. Whew. Go ahead.
Hey. Peace out, y'all.
Okay, this is a lie. I'm sorry. Thanks. I want to get out of here. I'm going to get out your hair.
She's about to lose her breath over there.